आपसे ही सीखा है, आपसे ही जाना, आप ही को हमने गुरु है माना, सीखा है सब कुछ आप ही से हमने, जीवन का मतलब आप ही से जाना. A very good afternoon to Professor G.D. Sharma sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor USTM, heads of ERDF group of institutions, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of ERDF Founders Day, we are all connected today virtually to celebrate the legacy and journey behind ERD Foundation. I think I will not take much time, so without much ado, I would like to request Dr. Ajmal Barbhaiya, the academic registrar of USTM, to talk about the journey of ERDF, because as you might know, he was associated with the ERDF mission since his college and university days. So no better person to talk about the journey, how it started. So over to Dr. Ajmal Barbhaiya.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Very good afternoon. Honorable Chancellor, University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya. And Honorable Chairman, ERD Foundation, Mr. Mehboob Haq sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, USTM, Professor G.D. Sharma sir, is a distinguished scientist and eminent academician of the country. Principals of different colleges, schools under the umbrella of ERD Foundation, deans of schools, head of departments, directors, faculty members, my colleagues and students of USTM, RIST, and from different educational institutions of ERD Foundation who are present in this hall today, as well as who have joined from the online mode. It's indeed a spectacular moment for all of us as we celebrate the Founders Day of ERD Foundation, which is now the largest educational network of the entire Northeast India. I personally feel extremely honored and blessed to witness this historic journey of one computer and 4 students by none other than our Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Mehboob Haq sir, to this level, to the giant educational network of the country today. I must say it is a miraculous journey, and I think very few people can do such miracle. For me, it was a remarkable chance meeting with Mr. Mehboob Haq sir, which has changed my life forever. I met this extraordinary person in the hostel of Aligarh Muslim University in the beginning of the year 1999, just after my 10+2, when he was in the final year of his MCA at Aligarh Muslim University. I just met him and I strongly felt the pivotal presence of the man who was so much talked about, as I heard a lot about his charismatic and towering personality, who was known for his helping nature too at that time. For about 6 months, he allowed me to stay in his room without showing slightest displeasure. He was more than happy to accommodate me in his 2-seater room, which he used to share with another roommate. Many a times I witnessed him sleeping on the floor, leaving to me the sheer comfort of his bed. I was not the only fortunate one to get his favors. His selfless sacrifice benefited many from all walks of life, even during his student's life. His innumerable deeds of valor and acts of kindness made me etched him personally in my heart. In him, I found my role model, whom I adored and look upon as a guardian till date. I recall one heart-wrenching incident of his unparalleled humanity. I was still staying in his room when I had a severe case of diarrhea. For a single moment, he didn't neglect me. Instead, he made me sit at the front rod of his bicycle, and rushed me to the hospital for my treatment. Like an elder brother, he looked after me day and night, medicated me, and helped me regain my health. That was a moment of truth in my life, and it emerged on me as a revelation that this person is no ordinary student of MU. He has the markings of a great man who must have been born on this earth with a divine purpose of doing something extraordinary. Indeed, it came true today with his all-round achievements as a pioneer in the field of education in Northeast India. From a very humble beginning, he rose to eminence by dint of sheer hard work and dogged determination. His never say die attitude towards life and his free and indomitable spirit never shied away from failures and pitfalls. Today, being a humble member of his grand legacy, branded as the ARD Foundation, I feel extremely proud of this visionary for bringing this world-class education within the reach of every doorstep in Northeast India. I will not take much time. I now hand over the session to Ms. Mehzabin. Ma'am, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think Honorable Vice Chancellor is there, Dr. Balendra Das sir is there, and Register Ma'am, and all the faculty members, students who are present in this hall. They will be witnessing this historic event. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the things that you share, none of us has experienced, because his college days, his university days, only Dr. Ajmal Barbhuiya can only recall, because he has been part of that period also. The mission of Honorable Chancellor Sir has reached this height because of continuous guidance of some eminent personalities, as Dr. Ajmal Barbhuiya Sir has already said. Vice Chancellor Sir is there, Balendra Sir is there, but one such person, as I said, who has always been a friend, a philosopher, and a guide to our Honorable Chancellor Sir in all his endeavor, has been Professor G.D. Sharma Sir. Because whenever Hawk Sir talks about Professor G.D. Sharma Sir, he says that he has always been, kuch bhi choti choti baat ho, Sir will be calling up G.D. Sharma Sir for his advice. So who better than to talk about Mission Mehbubul 2030 than Professor G.D. Sharma Sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mehzabin.
Thank you, sir.
I think I am audible to everyone of you there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. On this very auspicious day, on the 1st December, when we are going to celebrate the Know Your Legacy journey of ARDF, and also the mission of Mehbubul Haq for the next 10 years. Just now we have heard Dr. Ajmal, and you have seen that a person who has been born on 1st December 1973 in a very remote village, Agbul of this Dr. Gandhi. I have been there in relation to academic visits, as well as I knew his elder brother Kamrul Haq. So I have personally a family relationship with Mehbubul Haq, and also my emotional linkage, attachment to him, because his brother was also very dynamic and other things. I always remember his brother. So you can just see he is so down to earth. Per day we are celebrating as an educational day for our everybody's. In what way he is thinking to contribute and also to take the education to a new height of excellence. This is not a celebration like the dignitaries they have in simple manner, but see his vision, that how he is committed, devoted, because he himself has suffered for getting. I did not find anyone that who has suffered to education, who has been self-made person. As Dr. Ajmal said, he is having some divine powers in himself, that at early stage, when people get all the facilities, children get all the facilities, they are provided by the parents all the facilities to go to school. He was doing his own earning and then going to the school education. But he did not stop there, because from very beginning he had mission. He had a clear dream that he will cross all these hurdles, all these challenges. And by crossing all these hurdles, because as many of you are aware, this location is on the international border, and those areas which are located at international border in our northeast India, they do not have much facilities available to them. They have to go quite far for schooling, college also, as well as the roads were not so good. So all those hurdles, one of the economic hurdles also, social hurdles also, so many hurdles. Crossing all these things, he did his class 12 and graduate.
I think due to some technical, oh yes. I think due to some technical problem, I think Professor GD Sharma sir, we are not been able to hear. If Dr. Ajmal Bhuiyan sir can shift his laptop to Professor GD Sharma sir or someone else, I think we will be able to connect.
Getting first class in those universities was a very, very rare thing. Not like today when we have many first class. At that time, it was very, very difficult. So naturally, because MCA was coming as a new subject, as you know, computer science was a new subject, and particularly MCA was further, and it was in great demand. So he was offered a good job in corporate, but he did not accept, because his vision was now to create the educational system like AMU. Some of you who are aware about AMU, because I am from that place, It is one of the best university where UG, PG, KG, primary, all kinds of education with quality, with human touch, values, ethical values is provided. And that is how it is one of the best university internationally. As you know that now there is parameter, and our Aligarh Muslim University is top 10 university of our country. I have visited, I have seen, and I have good communication even in today's Vice Chancellor there. So from there, he came to Northeast, to Guwahati, and he was determined that we have to also initiate such kind of the educational system. But no money in his pocket. Can you just imagine that without money, he is having such a big dream? How to convert this dream? Whatever learning he did there as MCA, he converted into application form. That is why we always say application is very important. So he practically achieved this, and himself assembling the computers, which he started in 2001. Within 4 or 5 years, it became one of the most leading country, which encouraged him. His hard work paid him. And after this, what he thought, let me start the computer education. And as you all know, with 4 students and 85 rupees. Just imagine, nobody can think this type. Today, with that initiative, with that 4 numbers, we have more than 9,000, nearly 10,000 students in different institutes, in different systems of the education, which he has established under this legacy of ERDF in 2005. And since then, ERDF has been continuously establishing new schools, new colleges, new institutes, and ultimately the highest institute of highest learning of education, that is USTM, University of Science Technology, Meghalaya. Within such a short span of time, ERDF, as has been mentioned, has gained such a new as well as established itself a name for quality education. That is why you have seen that many of our students, they have been placed in a very high positions, as well as many of our faculty members who are here. Our family has grown to such big numbers. So many dignitaries, former president, former vice chancellors, former chairmen of UGC, former chairman of AICT, UPSC, many CMs, governors, they have visited. And whoever has visited, they have appreciated to a great extent that here is a person down to the earth, such a humble beginning, such a humble approach, no ego in these activities. Since then, continuously, the schools, as I said, have been opened in Karimganj district, 2, one in Badarpur and another Pathar Gandhi. I was there in Pathar Gandhi school inauguration. So I have been also associated from very beginning when the concept, a seed of concept of university was born in his mind, because before that I visited ERDF, which was running in a rented building. But his warmth and also his vision, I was influenced so much that I could see that here is a personality. He will not care for economic aspects. The money will come by his own work. He will not wait for it, but he will create such an environment, and one day the institute will emerge as one of the best institutes. So today, in the same direction, the USTM is progressing to attain the highest awarding agency, that is NAC, to give the highest grade. I am sure all of you will agree with me that our university is doing wonderful quality teaching, service to the society, particularly to the Northeast students, serving to those poor, having poverty, to unreached, to underprivileged, because the GER, the gross enrollment ratio in these communities, in minority, SC, ST, is very low compared to the national one. Especially the girls in this region, in these communities, they are hardly having 18-19% GER. So to provide them this facility is really a great missionary work. And to achieve this, he has extended number of facilities to the girl child. I have seen that, especially the fees, without charging fees, nearly 20% students they are getting. So just because of the money, they, if they have potential, if they are hardworking, they will be allowed to get education. That is his mission, because he himself has, as I said, has suffered, but he did not stop himself, and he is creating such environment of the education that at school level, up to 50% girls, they have free ship. In colleges, etc., at least up to 25-30% girls, they are having free ship. Scholarship, so many scholarships. And this is the only university which provides 5 lakhs of money. Laskar Sahab, namaskar, because our friend Laskar is very, I can see him. So from very beginning, we remember I was having, when I was sorting my papers, 2010, one of the seminar where Laskar and we gave this. So I showed that paper to Anju, that you see, when I was sorting some papers from very beginning, we are having this association. So with good people and also with his nature, various, as you know, when we start any new work, new mission, so many hindrances come, so many. But to cross those hindrances, you get different kinds of enjoyment. That's what today we can see, that he is the first person to reach to USTM. Sometimes we feel jealousy that we have been provided all the facility, vehicle is there, but he is reaching before us. We try to reach before him, but always he is the first person to reach. So naturally, when you are committed, devoted, it is on the cost of your family, because he is giving his all time to the society. He is giving to those children of Northeast who will be getting the quality education. So that is his vision, not restricting only to a limited but such an exposure to those children who will not get this opportunity to quality education. He has great mission. We have seen, as I said, that because of his dynamism and also his nature, whoever will be approached to visit the university or to visit the institute or to help, they readily agree. I would like to share one of the recent example. He recently visited Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, Shri S.P. Malik ji, and they found that he is such a simple person, wears only white dress. So he went inside his bungalow and changed his dress, and he also wore the white dress. Just imagine how his simplicity influences even the topmost leader, the governor of Meghalaya. And when he invited for this convocation, he readily agreed. Then we have contacted the present chairman of UGC. The present chairman of UGC did not take even a single minute to accept his invitation. So he would be delivering the convocation address. So in this way, even in foreign countries, because now we have some foreign students also. So university is now international university. Some of the foreign vice chancellors, they feel when they meet him, they feel that such a simple person having such a high vision, and they come forward to help and to support him. His mission in coming years is a very, very dynamic mission with his dynamic approach that in Meghalaya, Assam, other parts, to start a strong base of primary education. First of all, as you all know, even in our new national education policy, which has been declared recently on 29 July 2020, they have also given more emphasis on pre-schooling and schooling education this time, and also to bring changes at higher education. He has also set the mission that in coming 10 years, at least 10 such quality primary CBSE type of good schooling to the children, those who cannot go to the costly, also city-based schools, so that our girls child, particularly our SC/ST students, also they get access to quality primary education. They make a strong base, because as you are knowing that science and mathematics, these are the two areas of our Northeast where we hardly get good teachers in schooling. Very few teachers compared to the number of teachers required. Very few teachers are there. So we need these areas. So he has identified that these areas have to be strengthened at primary schooling. Then also to those areas where our Northeast children are going to other part of the country. So they lose their cultural part. They also find difficulty in getting foods, also adjusting with those people. So can we provide such education? So he is having that, and he has been starting, as you are aware, that under ARDF this year, new pharmacy college, new women's college, they have been started in Badarpur under Assam University also, and under that new Medical University of Assam also. So with NEHU also affiliated RIST college is there. So all science, technology departments in university under these colleges, under different colleges, they have been established so that students from Northeast get opportunity to the access as well as equity and quality. These three words are very much relevant to his approach, to his mission, that education is having access even to the Divyang, physically challenged students. A new academy has been started this year. The facility has been created. And to maintain the environmental condition, to provide better environment, a battery operated vehicle is available so that in campus no pollution is created. So at every level, a village has been adopted to extend as a social responsibility, social outreach of the educational systems, especially the university. A number of programs related to social aspects, related to the cultural aspect, related to the road show, a number of workshops, more than 300 seminar workshops have been organized related to the new emerging areas, new emerging topics where experts from outside, all over the country, not only our own country, but abroad, USA, Canada, UK, the visitors from different countries, they find that the vibrancy in higher education in USTM, when they come and they visit, they get surprised that how come a person with such simplicity, without any financial support, how he can build such a beautiful infrastructure, create such, and has almost all those subjects which are required for the future growth and development of the students of Northeast. Whether it is related to the legal education, whether it is related to the teachers education or technical education, but his aim is to create scientific thinking, a logical thinking among the children so that they can have a better understanding between different communities of this, because we are having maximum diversity in Northeast. So this diversity should become our strength, and this can become strength when we have better understanding, when we have logical scientific approach in our understanding, when we also use technology so that this physiographical distance is reduced, when we have better communication among ourselves. So this can be reduced only through the education. So education can empower. That is his mission, that we must empower the population of Northeast, the future generation of the Northeast, so that they can create the peaceful and also prosperous and also develop these biodiversical resources, develop the natural resources of Northeast, not only the extraction by the other parts, by other countries, because so far it has been a very in large quantity only extraction. So his mission of having new institutes related to the health, pharmacy, and in coming years, the College of Ayurveda, the College of Medicine, these are also in pipeline. But as you know, to establish one medical college, it requires a lot of money, more than 400 crores. Because I remember when we submitted a project to central government, we submitted 600 crores. So see, just imagine how much mental tension he carries to arrange all this. it is very difficult to realize and to see his facial expression, because his facial expressions are always smiling and helpful nature. What in this short period of time which I have been association from very beginning, I have found that he is very helpful, having helpful attitude to everyone. Whenever any one of you might have seen, gone to him with your personal problem, whether related to health or to family, he comes forward to help each and everyone. No difference. Very difficult to get such a person. We have to see these positivity in his mind, and these positivity are driving force to fulfill his dream, a vision which he has set forward, that by 2030 our USTM will emerge as one of the best university of the world, not only of the country. And in that direction, all of you are cooperating, contributing. Every one of you, students, teachers, staff, our all officers, they are as a team contributing to fulfill this dream and also to contribute to his mission, because he is selflessly working, totally committed, devoted to creating educational opportunities, educational excellence, and also to empower those children which are not having easy access to the educational system. I am sure that with this speed and also consistently his commitment, and also taking loan from banks. I remember it was, I think, 2010 or like this, when we were just going to one of the hilltop where he showed his next college will be coming. So he said that he has borrowed loan of 10 crores from bank. So how it will be paid back, I just asked, because this is a very common question. So it will come, no worry. So what sometimes it make me forced to think that the superpower is also helping such a missionary person, that he should fulfill this dream of providing quality education to the people of Northeast. We hardly see such a committed personality in this world. Beside this, as I said in beginning, that though the COVID is there, and COVID has created more than 6 crore people infected all over the world. Lakhs of people lost their life. In India also nearly more than 94 people got infected with COVID. It created fear. But in our university, USTM, not even a single day is lost. All our faculty have been empowered with online teaching system. 100% our faculty, they completed timely the examinations under his leadership. All our students, they did not lose even a single day to lose. So this was the thing. Our faculty, our staff, they achieved a new system of teaching, learning, and interaction. And they are also learning now, because now COVID has brought a new system of teaching, learning. and it has now created new opportunity of virtual learning. And that is why our teachers have prepared a new system of curriculum development, that is LOCF, Learning Outcome Curriculum Framework, which is the latest. Just in the month of September last, UGC has allowed now 40%. Earlier it was 25%, but up to 40% choices can be provided to the students. They will have this flexibility. So USTM is going to be first in all those aspects of academic learnings, academic excellence, which will provide more strength to the students, which will also provide new opportunity not only for learning, but also how they can apply. So that is why more than 80 MOUs have been signed with international universities, with national universities, many central universities, with national, international institutes, which are renowned institutes, where our students go and do the internship. Many of our students have also joined Internshala of UGC, where more than 1 lakh corporates are registered. These are the opportunities provided to the students through his vision, and these visionary ideas. This is his visionary approach that our teachers, our students should make their new ways, make new roads to cross any hindrance come in your ways. But have very strong willpower, have a strong zeal, and set a strong your vision or dream, so that you can all provide opportunity for the growth and development of those students who are going to come into the new created environment which has been created by COVID-19. New social environment, new economical environment, as well as new educational environment. As you know, that nearly 10-11 lakhs students were going abroad every year to different countries, but due to COVID-19, they are unable to go. So many foreign universities, they are coming for online teaching learning system. So once we are also having these more and more facilities, we find that with us already proposals are coming to have such kind of joint programs. So in coming years, new joint programs, new joint degrees with foreign universities will also be an opportunity to the students of Northeast India. New areas, bioengineering, artificial engineering, artificial intelligence, also environment related, also to provide support to the tea industries of this region, the organic tea, the processing, all these some of the faculties are associated. And they are having plan that in coming years, they will be providing this facility in the form of consultancy. So new areas for this ERDF, where we will be emerging as and also creating new niche, which has already been set in the form of one of the biggest networking in the education system, will be strengthened by this technological approach. Also, what we have seen vertical pyramid for having better job opportunities. Recently, we have seen a number of our students have been placed in a very high positions. some of them have become very successful entrepreneurs, and some of them, they have also thought of starting their own industries, and that is why for the community, parents, for community, and ultimately for the nation. As UN in 2002 has created these 4 pillars of quality education. So all those 4 pillars have been provided by the USTM, and we find that under ERDF umbrella, a new mission which has been set by our Honorable Chancellor Mehboob Haq will be gaining and achieving new heights. I take this opportunity on behalf of university fraternity, university family, all the teachers, students, staff, officers, to wish him all the best. And because till evening I was not knowing, so I did not know what to present him. So I have personally brought this pen as a very simple, humble presentation on behalf of every one of you, because he is such a simple person. Only I got it packed here only. No packing from home, because with this pen he will be able to accomplish and also set new mission where all of us will feel proud to be part of it. We are also feeling proud because we are also in the journey of making, not made, but journey of making. So we all say we all are in the same boat, brothers and sisters. So because only song is brothers, but I now call same boat brothers and sisters. So I congratulate, especially I would also like to congratulate Mrs. Haq, bearing all this, his absence and commitment to the education system. Because as I said, our family expect more time, but it is on that cost. So they are also so patient, having so much patience, children having so much patience, missing his father. He's giving so much time. We all are family members. We know how much expectations are there, our presence. Because when we are late, our family start calling, why you are late? So just imagine that he is taking care of so many families, taking burden of every one of us. Many times we are so individualistic, we think ourselves only. But a person who is having caring for every one of us. I am sure that with this positivity, with this positive mindset, we will imbibe some of his qualities, that in what way, in great manner, during COVID-19 also, through our contributions, academic contributions, can create, also contribute to his mission, one of the excellence, and also making USTM under ERDF as the excellence center in the field of education, especially higher education, so that it contribute, as you all know, higher education is the driving force, driving engine of any nation in the field of economic, social development, also cultural development, and creating new opportunities, creating global competency so that our country can have those human resources who are most competent in this world. Because as you all know, in India, we are having 65 crores, 65% youth. And by 2022, every after 5, there will be one Indian in the workforce. So our students will be globally working. They will be the part of global culture. So such kind of the environment is being created in the USTM. In this creation, all of you are part. And I also on this occasion, thank you all. And on your behalf, congratulate again Mr. Mehbubul Haq for his such a humble and mission which will be taking all our educational system to the poorest people, to the downtrodden children, to the unreached people, and also create the new niche in the education system. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Professor G.D. Sharma, sir. I think, am I audible? I think.
Yes, you are
yes,
audible.
sir. Professor G.D. Sharma, sir, has always been guiding us, but we are now really honored because as our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, he has been now guiding us, mentoring us in the Mission Mehbubul 2030. And we hope that, sir, you lead us forward so that we all can work together for the same goal. Sir, today's Founders Day celebration will not be complete if we do not hear the experience, if we do not hear the experience of the First Lady colleague of ERD Foundation, Mrs. Anju Hazarika, the registrar of USTF. I think, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, we must hear what he has to say, because she
remember.
She created a path for
She was there in that ERDF building from very beginning.
और सर उन्होंने एक रास्ता बनाया हम सब लेडीज के
रास्ता
लिए
बनाया है और हम लोग उनको एक साइलेंट वर्कर की तरह से जानते हैं. He absorbs every difficulty. Good absorber.
Yes, sir. So over to Mrs. Anju Hazarika.
Thank you, Mehbubul. A very warm afternoon to one and all present, both physically and virtually, far away from this auditorium. Yes, I am privileged that I have seen the incredible journey of this incredible man in front of my eyes since the very beginning for this last 20 years. This was just possible for his tremendous willpower and strong dedication of this unique edupreneur. Now, it is our responsibility, it is the responsibility of all the members of this foundation, starting from the students to the faculty members and staff, to carry forward this mission to the greater heights. On this August gathering, I would like to appeal each and every member of this foundation to inculcate this mission in their hearts and minds to fulfill the dreams of this foundation. As the topic says, know your legacy. I must tell that you must not only know the legacy, but you must realize the value of this legacy and give your maximum contribution to achieve the goals of this foundation, so that one day you too can declare proudly that yes, we were the part of this legacy, as I personally can do today. Just seeking your kind cooperation for that. That's all. Thank you very much, each and every person attending this webinar and physically. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Professor G.D. Sharma sir, as you have already said, like, Nurul Lashkar sir is here. So we know this man is a man of words, a beautiful words. So we would request Nurul Lashkar sir that he has written something for our Honorable Chancellor sir. Request Nurul Islam N.I. Lashkar sir to kindly please go forward with what you have written for our Honorable Chancellor sir.
Thank you, Majabin. Thank you very much. I've written something special for Mr. Mahbubul Haq, but before that, I'd like to take 2 minutes to share my experience, because this is one occasion I think we all look forward to. Professor G.D. Sharma, then Ajmal, Anju, old friends, they have mentioned about the academic pursuits of ERD and other institutions set up by Mr. Mahbubul Haq. But I would like to share a few experiences other than academic. I have traveled with Mahbubul Haq to different parts of the country, and every travel, every visit has been very enriching. And I had this unique privilege of seeing him from very close, sharing the same room, traveling through nights and days, sometimes non-stop for 24 hours. So I salute the indomitable spirit of this person. I think in whose dictionary the word sleep probably does not exist. I'm very privileged that right from the time he started his mission in Guwahati to start with, and then it spread all across the region. I've been a part of it. Initially, when his first institute, the Central IT College started, he used to sit in his chamber as the director of Central IT College. And I used to sit outside looking after the public relation of CITC. So I remember many parents coming to visit CITC with the prospect of their child's admission. And they would ask me in Assamese, Director Kot, where is the director? So I used to show the room. They will go in and they will come out. Again, they will ask me, Director Kot ase. What's what ase? Director niki. Is he the director? Because Central IT College, they expected a suited man sitting there who should be the head of an IT institute. But seeing a white-capped, bearded gentleman in his trademark white dress, they would be shocked. But after they reassured, they go in, talk, and they come back quite impressed by the person because he is true and he is genuine. So to cut the long story short, I have been myself personally enriched because it is through Mahbubul Haq I saw so many places. I made a lot of new friends, and I came across dignitaries. In normal course of time, I would have never known them. And on every occasion, Mahbubul Haq would ask me to write a poem as a tribute to the dignitary who visits the institute. Right from APJ Abdul Kalam to Kailash Satyarthi, the Nobel laureate, and from Mr. R.S. Mushahari, the former governor of Meghalaya, to Lieutenant General Zamiruddin Shah, the former VC of Aligarh Muslim University. All these poems would make a book by themselves. But last week I realized, why not write a poem on the person who has been behind the whole institute, the whole network of ERDF. So I sat down and I wrote a small poem. His is one life which is very difficult to contain in one poem. Actually, it will go into books. But I've tried my best to put the highlights in gist. So the uniqueness of the poem is that his name has 11 letters, Mahbubul Haq. So this is the poem, and it has 11 lines. Each letter of his name is the first letter in each line. The poem is Mahbubul Haq, the educator great. Made of determination and grit, educator he is great, achieving what others haven't done till date. Hailing from a nondescript village in a corner of Assam, built an education empire which is just awesome. Unparalleled are his contribution and feats. By the number of records he creates and challenges he beats. Unprecedented are his exemplary deeds, lighting up the region by the way he leads. Haq, H-O-Q-U-E. Heaven is on his side, and so also our prayers and love. Ocean of blessings and support, let it rain from above. Quest for excellence will continue as it's his trademark top. Unhampered, he will march ahead in his forward gallop, enriching the world's treasure with his knowledge crop. And by my side is Fatima, my wife, who also has been a part of ERDF. She was the PRO of INRIS. She's not keeping good health, but she's decided to sit by my side and convey her best wishes also to Mahbubul Haq. And together, along with everybody in the ERDF institution, we pray for good health of Mahbubul Haq. We pray to Allah the Almighty to bless him, give him all the strength to fulfill all the missions, all the dreams that remain unfulfilled till time. Let it happen very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, like, the way sir is a part of ERDF, ma'am is equally a part of ERDF. There is no, like, just half pura dono ka. So, sir, we are coming to the end of today's Founders Day virtual celebration. And on behalf of the whole ERDF family, I would like to first thank Professor G.D. Sharma, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, USTM, and our mentor and guide. Sir, you have been, like, mentoring us from the very beginning, but now we are privileged that you are here to mentor us on. आप अभी उंगली पकड़ के हमें दिखाएंगे. अभी उंगली पकड़ के हमें दिखाएंगे, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to thank the core members, the head of the institutions, especially our Barak Valley institutions, especially Central Public School Badarpur, Central Public School Patharkandi, Khairun Nisa Begum Women's College, Alama TR College of Pharmacy. They have joined us virtually, and sir, Professor G.D. Sharma sir, they have been celebrating this whole Founders Day. एक हफ्ते से उनका celebration चल रहा है. तो मतलब वो लोग भी बहुत competitions and other things वो लोग कर रहे हैं, तो आज उनका celebration का last day है. So they have been celebrating not a day, it's almost a week celebration. And also like USTM and Ridgi वहाँ पे बच्चे आ रहे हैं. Lekin since we are not been able to accommodate our kids, students in ERDF, like especially in USTM and this, we are not been able to do it in a bigger way. But still, I would like to thank all the officials of USTM RIS, the faculty members. Thank you so much for joining us today. You have been a part because you have been the part and parcel of the whole journey, and we hope that we all together, आज जैसे हम एक साथ हुए हैं, हमेशा हम एक साथ रह के, we will work together for the mission Mahbubul, and we hope that this the dream that Haq sir has for the Northeast, for the whole educational scenario is achieved. Sir, और मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगी, but on behalf of Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, on behalf of Honorable Chancellor sir, I would like to invite all the members of ERD family for a get-together lunch tomorrow at USTM campus, USTM is coming, the Techno City campus, especially Lashkar sir, ma'am, and you are also invited. The institutions of Barak Valley, aapko bhi, we invite you, but I know you'll not be able to come, but it is entirely aapke upar hai, aap bhi ek organize karo wahan pe. I have been telling Dr. Mahibul also, and other principals also, you all also organize a get-together lunch. And then sir, फिर कल हम सब मिलते हैं. We will again have a get-together and एक साथ खाएंगे सर, बातें करेंगे सर, and we will see, we will then discuss how to go forward with this mission. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.